On today's video, I give you both the good and the bad aspects of moving to Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey, I'm Will Wofford, real estate broker with Berkshire Hathaway, and if you're thinking about moving to the Raleigh area, you'll want to carefully consider the 9 aspects I'll cover in today's video. Number 1, Raleigh is a beautiful city that's just beginning to get that big city feel. And by that I mean we're making real progress with our public transportation, and we have lots of dining options. Commute times are reasonable. The Raleigh skyline is starting to take shape. We have a diverse selection of entertainment choices, and our population is composed of people from all over the world and all walks of life. But growth comes at a price, and for some people, it means Raleigh's lost its small town charm. The good news is that small town feel can still be found in our suburbs like Wendell, Zebulon, Fuquay, Varina. Those would be places I would recommend that you look. If you're a foodie, Raleigh's food scene is thriving. In fact, I'd say it's better than ever thanks to a community that's passionate about good food and drinks. In fact, check out these recent accolades. One of America's hottest food cities, Zagat. One of the most underrated food cities on the East Coast, USA Today. One of the 5 surprising southern food towns, Garden and Gun. And one of the world's top 10 beer destinations for 2019, Vine Pair. So that all sounds great, right? Well, if you're moving here from a big city like Los Angeles or New York, you might find that our selection of restaurants are sparse compared to what you're accustomed to, and the majority of our top restaurants are located in downtown or the high density areas. So they probably won't be right around the corner. Raleigh is still considered an affordable place to live compared to some of the larger cities in the country like New York City, Chicago, Austin, Tampa, and Los Angeles. But the bad news is the cost for housing has been rapidly rising from a lack of inventory and a steady stream of people moving into the area on a daily basis. And until we can solve the inventory problem by building more homes, I'm afraid the home prices will continue to rise. So how much does it really cost to live in Raleigh? The median price for a home in Raleigh is currently $459,000, and for the larger Wake County area, which includes the Raleigh suburbs like Wake Forest, Cary, Morrisville, Apex, Holly Springs, Knightdale, and so on, is $475,000. I want to point out the prices I gave you were for all property types. So that includes single-family homes, townhomes, condos, and if you don't want to buy and prefer to rent, the median rent in Raleigh is currently just a little over $1,500 per month for an apartment that's a little under 1,000 square feet. So Raleigh certainly isn't a cheap place to live by any means. Number 4, if you're someone that likes a mild climate, you'll probably love Raleigh. We really don't get much snow, but our summers do tend to get a little hot. In fact, today the heat index is supposed to top 100, but that's not typical. And our average high temperature in the summer usually peaks around 89 degrees. On the negative side, we do get hurricanes and tornadoes in North Carolina, and the weather is on average sporadic and can be a little unpredictable. And I'll tell you to expect a few pretty intense storms each year, but Raleigh, for the most part, doesn't really seem to get all that much property damage. Number 5, if you're just getting started with your career or you're in the market for a new job, Raleigh's got a very strong job market, which makes it a great place to ignite your career. But for some people, and I guess it really depends on where you're coming from, life in Raleigh just seems to move at a little slower pace to what some people are accustomed to. And we don't really have any major tourist attractions like the larger cities. And our nightlife, well, it's pretty much confined to the downtown area. So if you're one of those people that likes a lot of action, well, Raleigh might be a little too slow for you. Number 6, Raleigh's middle of the state location is hands down what I like most about living in Raleigh. Having that center of the state address gives you easy access to our beaches with 300 plus miles of coastline, and our mountains are equally beautiful, which means when you're ready to get away, you don't even have to leave the state to have a great time. But I do want to emphasize Raleigh's central location gets an A+ for your career because you should have a manageable commute time with easy access to the RDU airport. On the flip side though, you won't be able to just jump in your car and go to the beach before or after work, and you probably won't be able to park your boat in your driveway for a quick trip to the lake if you live in a Raleigh neighborhood with an active HOA or a neighborhood with restrictive covenants. Number 7, Raleigh's infrastructure. I can promise you Raleigh's always working to improve its roads and bridges. with a heavy emphasis on the Beltline, so commute times for our residents are manageable. But that construction comes with a price, and some of our landmark clubs and attractions are being destroyed in the process. What you're looking at is the NC State University Club and what used to be a 9-hole golf course with a super nice pool and tennis area that's been sacrificed to widen our 440 Beltline to accommodate the traffic increase going to Cary, Apex, and Holly Springs. And it's not just one exit, it's 3 exits that are being totally redone. Number 8, Raleigh's an excellent place to get an education. We have some outstanding schools K through 12, as well as technical schools and universities. But with the influx of people, lots of schools are capped. Acceptance is extremely competitive, and taxes are on the rise to build more schools. Number 9, you'll need a car to get around Raleigh, despite Raleigh's admirable efforts with public transportation and the Go Raleigh bus system. Raleigh's just one of those cities where you really have to have a car to get around. If you're visiting or staying downtown, well, make sure you check out Union Station, which is our newly renovated train station. It's located in the Warehouse District, just across from the Dillon. It's about a 15-minute train ride to downtown Cary and a 25-minute ride to downtown Durham. And in both places, the train stops are conveniently located so you can explore both of these downtown areas without a car. As a Raleigh native and someone that's lived here for my whole life, I can promise you Raleigh is a fantastic place to live. And if you're thinking about relocating to the area, I'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. Please feel free to call, text, or email if you have questions, and I'd be glad to help you. And I'll see you on the next video.